We live in an age where media is presented to us at a rate that's impossible to keep up with. As a result, we as consumers have learned to ignore traditionally bad movies, TV shows, and music. But when it comes to video games, we just straight up shun them. Because of the technical nature of video games, we're able to easily tell whether or not they're good or bad based on criteria such as the control scheme, poor cameras, crappy graphics, and unappealing level design. All things that can be described with a simple thumbs up or down in a sentence. And these days, most of these items are easy to judge with a general consensus ringing definitively throughout the community. Rarely do we experience a game that is bad enough to be considered bad, but plays well enough to be not so bad. What I mean is, either the game is worth playing or it's just not. At least that's what it seems like. Which brings me to the topic. Is it bad to play bad games? I thought about this while playing The Sims 4, a game with an embarrassingly short list of core features and an even worse list of omissions. I could probably play The Sims 3 and have an equally good time while also enjoying nearly a decade of additional content. But instead I decided to shell out the cash and play an unabashedly stripped down version of the core Sims experience. I honestly can't even begin to explain why I keep playing it, but I've put almost 20 hours into the game so far. And don't get me wrong, it's not like The Sims 4 is the worst game that's ever been on my computer screen, but it's not a good game, by any stretch of the imagination. As a matter of fact, it's not even the best game in the franchise. Just about the only pros I can think of are the infinitely customizable and well-animated characters, and a better optimized experience. Even on my old PC, The Sims 4 definitely runs better than The Sims 3, but is that enough to justify playing a game that is generally agreed upon as bad? The answer, of course, is yes. You can play whatever you want regardless of the quality as long as it's something you want to play, and no, you shouldn't feel bad about it. That's why it's a strange issue to grapple with when we know that there is a better game that we could be playing. And even though I know I shouldn't feel bad, after a game session of The Sims 4, I kinda do. On one hand, it's a good thing that we've become conditioned enough to recognize high-quality games, and you'd think that that would transition into good games being rewarded with good sales. On the other hand, this is the mentality that has pretty much doomed the mid-tier game. So yeah, this line of thought is a double-edged sword for sure. But there is only one thing that I do know for sure, and that's you shouldn't feel guilty for playing a game that you like. As a group, we should shy away from shaming the support of lower-quality games. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter as long as you're having fun. I mean, these are games after all. And games are pretty cool. I've been Mike Firer for Fish Tuxedo. See you next time.